growing up in the Robert Taylors. To us as kids, it was a wonderful, great, fun place. But now that I look back on it, that was one of the most horrible, disgusting, terrifying that no kid should want to be. But let me tell y'all about my childhood growing up in the Robert Taylors. Let's say back when I was 5, growing up, I went to Terrell, which is the opposite school, because everybody in the projects really went to Farron. But I was living in 5266, so I guess that's where I went to Terrell. Let me give y'all a rundown of the buildings. You got 5266, you got 5247, you got 5201, 5135, and 5100. Those was our buildings. Now, growing up in the projects, like I said, as a kid, we ain't know no better. So it was fun. It was, you know, we made it what it was, so everything was what it was. We was fighting, bad, running around. Not at 5, but growing up, I probably had girlfriends. Not probably, but yeah, we had girlfriends, juke parties, all that, candy store. I remember that. R.I.P. to my grandma, Miss Lily. She had the candy store. Yeah, those were the good old days. Back in the Robert Taylors. Me, Lil Augie, Miko, all of us running around through there, building the building. And Lord knows I can't forget about them Lex parties. Them bitches used to be juking. When I say them parties used to be juking, them parties used to be juking. I'm talking about busting. I used to be in that bitch little as hell, going crazy. But yeah, they don't even have them type of parties no more. Not that I know of. I don't think kids, have fun like that no more. These kids, they want to run around with guns and shit. But that's another story. But yeah, growing up in them projects, man, it was fun, Like them buildings, man. Like I remember it like it was yesterday. All the vacant apartments. I remember they used to have them bitches lined up, and this probably when I was like 5 or 6. They used to have the vacant apartments on certain floors. It used to be the whole motherfucking floor vacant. I'm talking about don't nobody live in none of the apartments. So we used to make holes through each motherfucking apartment. So make all it was like connected. We used to run through all the apartments without even going through nobody's door, even though nobody ain't live there, but we kicked in holes in all the wall to just run through all the apartments. That shit used to be fun as kids. I remember that shit like it was yesterday. That's something we used to do. Like we used to run around through the vacant apartments and shit, like kicking through apartment doors and shit. Not the doors, but through the walls that go through other apartments. We used to play with BB guns. I remember I was a little ass boy rapping on the train. I started hustling at a young age. But yeah, Bookie, free Bookie. Bookie been in jail for about 20 years or something like that. But free Bookie, that's one of my big homies. Bro showed me this shit, how to hustle. He really put that hustling shit in me. Showed me this shit. And I've been going ever since. But yeah, we used to be rapping on the train. Me, Bookie, Trelly, Raysky, all us, I still remember the rapping and everything. Shorty Tack is my name, and rapping is my game. Spitting facts to the people that we live and learn. Some shit like that. So people look at me ashamed. Some they say I sell cane, even hang with the street gang. But every time I came on the bus or a train, people held their purse or cuffed their gold chain. I got a gun straight looking my way. It used to be something like that. But yeah, I was little as hell. We used to be rapping on the train, people giving us money and shit. When I was little doing that, I probably was like, motherfucker, 6, 7, hustling. We used to steal we had a boys and girls club behind our buildings too. So we used to steal the Boys and Girls Club like vests and shit, and and like they what up like let's say posters or some shit, something with their name on it, and put it on motherfucking Pringle cans and put holes in the Pringle cans and wear the vests on 87. Go out there and go get it in hustling. We was young as hell. I was young. I was young doing that shit with Free My Boy Coot too. I was with Coot, Satch, all us, Bookie, all us was doing that shit. Going downtown, going on 87, getting it in. Like I said, we was shorties doing that shit. Going back home. Our mama ain't really had to buy shit because we was hustling shit. We was hustling at young ages. I remember that shit. And nowadays, these kids don't even got no fucking hustling bones in their body. These kids don't know how to hustle. These kids don't know how to do shit. We was hustling. I ain't even gonna lie to you. Like we was hustling. Like everybody was hustling. R.I.P. Moan too. That's my boy. But I was hustling with Moan for a long ass time. That's my boy. Like, that's my boy. R.I.P. to my boy. Fuck niggas took my boy out of this shit, but man, he made a good life for himself, man. He came, rose out of them trenches, until that shit happened to him. But long live my boy. He never forgotten. It's my boy. He showed me a lot of shit too. Like growing up with Moan, I used to be at his crib every fucking day. I'm talking about every day. Like, what? That's my boy. I used to be at his fucking crib every day. Like, long live Baker. Long live his OG. Like, for real. Shout out to his sister Sharon. That's my G. I ain't seen in a long time. But that's gonna always be my sister. You know? Like, man, them projects was fun, man. I miss Betty Ann them. I ain't seen them in a long time. Shout out to Betty Ann them, Vanessa, all y'all, man. If y'all see this or hear this, man, G, shout out to y'all, man. I love y'all. It's nothing but love. It's gonna be that way till the day I die. But yeah, man, growing up in them Robert Taylors, man, that shit was fun, man. We was running around them bitches, like having fun. We used to fight each other too, though. Like I said, we used to go into it with each other and shit too, like fighting building and building and shit. But now that we older, we just sit back and talk about that shit. Like, damn, G, I remember this. Yeah, I remember that. You know, I remember that shit, man. Growing up in them Robert Taylors. And then the nigga jumped out. I really jumped off the porch when I moved out of that bitch. Cause like I said, I was a shorty in the Robert Taylors, man. So all my stories in the Robert Taylors, I can't really tell y'all too much. I only can tell y'all, like kid stories. I ain't really do shit in the Robert Taylors, cause I was a kid. I moved out of the Robert Taylors probably when I was like 7 or 8 or something. So I was a kid the whole time I was in there. So I ain't got no treacherous ass stories about the Robert Taylors. But I seen some treacherous ass shit in that motherfucker. I done seen all type of shit in there. But for the most part, I got good memories out of Robert Taylor's, man. Like shit, I got good memories of them. I wish they was still up. Like for real, man. We'll be running through them bitches right now. Like I told my mama the other day, shit, I probably have an apartment in there. She told me, how you gonna have an apartment in there? Shit, I would have figured it out. I would have made a way. I would have had an apartment in that bitch. And no, I wasn't gonna be living with no bitch. I was gonna have my own shit. Probably 2, 3 apartments in that bitch. Fuck you talking about. But yeah, I miss them buildings though, man. That shit used to be cracking, man, growing up in the Robert Taylors. Like for real, man. I miss all my homies, man. It's a lot of us. I ain't gonna get the name and names. But free Miko though, that's my boy, man. Free Sneeko. That's my motherfucking doggy, man. Free Sneeko, man. You know what I'm saying? Folks locked up right now, you know what I'm saying? Hopefully he come from under that shit. That's my dog. We all grew up in them trenches. Niggas already know how man Augie coming. That's still my boy right now to this day. It's my motherfucking brother. We locked in for life. But yeah, them projects, man, they was everything motherfuckers say they was, man. But nowadays, like I said, these shorties, man, they ain't got no hustles, no none of that shit in them. Even when I moved from the projects, you know what I'm saying? I still had the same mentality. I still was on go. I was just badder. And when I mean by badder shit, I was making badder decisions, you know what I'm saying? Like, cause when you're young, you jump off the porch, you don't know no better. So shit, I was doing all type of dumb shit. Like shit that don't make no sense. I ain't gonna jump into all that, but yeah, we was raising hell in the neighborhood. Me and my boys. Shout out to Gino, Dante, Boom, KL, shit, Rari, which is Brian, shit, Jella. There was a lot of us. Wheezy, shit, my boy Fat Man, both Fat Mans. You know what I'm saying? King, Fat Man, and Fat Man that's locked up. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of us. Shout out to the Triple T's, Tasha, Tisha, Tammy. Shout out to Mills, Money. You know, the squad get deep, you know? Them 63rd boys, 63rd in Marshfield. That's why I really jumped off the porch at, you know? That's why, you know what I'm saying? Really started dipping and dabbing in the streets like heavy for real. Growing up in Inglewood. That's when we moved from the Robert Taylor's. My grandma and my mama, they moved on 63rd and Woods. And shit over there. Let's say like I did a LeBron. I took my talent to 63rd to Inglewood, goddamn it. Took my talent to Inglewood and shit. I got it busting. Got it popping. Like I say, I'm always the nigga that get it popping. So I got it popping. Showed my niggas what it was. Showed my niggas the papers. You know what I'm saying? Which is a hustle that we got. Niggas still doing that shit right now to this day. That's $1 million motherfucking income. And goddamn it, I showed them niggas what it was. Like, man, this something I know how to do. My people them showed me this shit. Let's get it busting. First it was man Jella. Remember it like it was yesterday. Man Jella. We little, like I said, I just moved. I ain't gonna say just moved from Inglewood. I mean just moved from the Robert Taylor's. But I've been in Inglewood now probably like let's say a year or something. I'm like 9 years old. Let's say 9. But man, Jello, we running around through Inglewood and shit, being bad, stealing dogs and just doing bad shit as kids. You know, doing what kids do, stealing dogs, stealing bikes, all type of shit, busting windows, breaking in houses, all type of shit. We was kids, bad. But yeah, I wanted to get some money. I always wanted to get some money. So I told Jello like, shit, this what we finna do. We finna walk down. First we started, I ain't gonna lie, we started pumping gas and shit. No Jello like, man, we go pump some gas on 59. So boo out the band, we started pumping gas shit on 59. And we shorties, we like 9. I'm like 9, 10. So Jello probably like 11. Some shit like that, maybe 12, but let's say 11. So we kids. So we making probably let's say $25, $30 a piece. We happy as hell at that age, you know what I'm saying? And we doing this shit every day, so we happy. And we smoking weed too. I've been smoking weed for a long time. So we smoking weed and all that shit, maybe drinking all that shit. So shit, we think we grown. So we come back to the hood. You know what I'm saying? We already in the hood, but shit, we come back to the crib, got all the weed and shit, you know? But I always wanted more. So I told Jenna, like, man, I never forgot the hustles that I learned in the projects. So I told Jilla like shit, we finna I don't remember how it really went, but all I know is shit, them papers came out of nowhere, y'all. I don't remember where I got them from, where I found them bitches, but shit, I came across them papers somehow. And I showed Jilla them papers like, man, this the goal, man, right here. This what we gotta do. What the band. So I ran the script to Jilla like, yeah, we weren't even using bucket boy papers then. We was using basketball papers, the boys and the Raptors papers, the Boys and Girls Club papers. So shit, I told Jilla like, man, this the script, G. Shit, and we was young, so you know people was gonna give us the money. So I told Jilla like, shit, we gotta go out there and go pass these papers out and tell people shit that we play for the basketball team. And people gonna hit us with this bread, tell them we trying to get uniforms and equipment and all that shit. So shit, we came up with a script and shit. Jella like shit. Let's let's do it. So shit, we went out first day. I think we went downtown. Yeah, we went downtown. Bam, go down now. We get the first. The motherfucker was a little shy. Some shit. I was shy. You know, Jill ain't really know what to do until she saw me do it. So shit, I was a little shy a little bit at first. So shit, motherfucker went down there. Shit, told Jilla like this what it was, but I like I said I was shy. So I didn't really approach no people. I did, but I didn't really know how to approach them. People was just steady denying me and denying me. So man, Jilla like, man, fuck that. We got to put a little pep in our steps. You know what I'm saying? We got to act like we want some money. So Jilla gave me. She always been a motivational speech. You know what I'm saying? Speaker and all this shit. So Jilla gave me the motivational speech and shit. Bam, the rest was history. So goddamn it, I get to tell him motherfuckers like, man, we done Raptors basketball team, man. We trying to raise money so we get better basketball equipment and da 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 da. So bam, motherfuckers start hitting us with donations. Bam. So once we start making money, we start putting our other niggas on. Like, man, bro, that's the lick. What the bam. Bam, bam, bam. Now everybody started doing that shit. Damn, we start eating. We became a clique. That's back in the days. Then it was G Unit. That's back, let's say that's in like '04. We established G Unit. And shit. Once we established G Unit, it was on. Yeah, it was definitely on. We established G on it. Like I say, you had me, Dante, KL, Jella. You had Tasha, Tisha, Mills. It was a lot of us. You had motherfucking man, Keller, BFN. We was strong. G on it. We was strong. Shit. When I say 630 Marshfield, we was popping. When nobody fucking with us. But shit, we was the most popular shorties in the hood. Talking about we was doing some of everything, man. But I'm gonna tell y'all that shit in the next one. You know what I'm saying? Cause this was the Robert Taylors. But on part two, I'm gonna show y'all how I converted from the Robert Taylors. I gave y'all a little bit of it up in here. You know what I'm saying? How I moved to 63rd, how I moved to Inglewood and all that shit. And you know, but yeah, I'm gonna let y'all know the rest in part two. Stay in tune.